Good evening and welcome to Tetrakey TV. My name is Mark Hopkins and this is number 191. Getting close to the big 200. Next week will be the big 200, which is exciting. This could be the last one you have just with me on my own for a bit, as Rob stops on his gallivanting around the world and actually contributes a little bit again, which is exciting. So tonight, I'm going to talk around a common mistake that a number of us make and the impact that it can have on us at some point in the future. And the problem about this mistake is you never know when it's going to come back and bite you on the backside. And it's a prime example. So at the moment, I'm in conversation with a potential client business who's been referred to me, who has broken their promise 4 or 5 times. So this is an organisation that has a product that I would be a prime target customer for. However, how do you think I now look at that brand, considering that even though I am approaching them for them to become a potential client of Tetrakey's, I am a perfect target client for them? So how do you think I view that brand now? How do you think I will react to that brand when they approach me to become their client and their customer when they have not fulfilled their obligations 4 times? And it's some things like, I'll get back to you by a certain time. How many times have you gone to a potential client and gone, or someone who's approaching you to work with you, and you go, yeah, I'll get back at the end of the day, or give me to the end of the week and I'll return your phone call, or I'll respond to your email at the end of the week, and you don't. And then they chase you and you go, oh, I'm so sorry, I promise, I'll do it by the end of the week. And then you don't. What impression does that leave of your brand, of your business, of how important your reputation is with others? And like I said, that mistake that you're making, that way you're treating that person, that could come and bite you on the backside in the future when the roles are reversed, when you are approaching them to become a client of yours, and that impression will stick. And I've worked with a number of clients we've looked at their customer database, potential customer database, and I've actually done there's a process called customer immersion process, where you go and look at their value propositions and you compare them to different competitors, and you do a comparison between internal perceptions and external perceptions. And it's fascinating when you compare the two. And on 1 or 2 occasions, I've had conversations where they say, I will never do business with that organisation because how they treated me when I tried to do business with them. And when I gave that feedback to the CEO, it was a complete smack in the face. And we have to remember that we are constantly representing ourselves and our brand. And you have no idea where your next potential customer may come from, where your next big deal may come from, where your next referral, your advocate may come from. And you've got to be really conscious of the impression that you want to leave that person. And it can be sometimes quite draining, it can be quite tiring, but especially as a startup or a small business or a business that's trying to establish yourself, one bad comment, one bad reputation, one negative experience can have a significant impact on your cash flow. In the short term, it can really put your business in jeopardy if you do not protect your brand and your reputation. And we have to remember, as business owners, it is not always our product that is the thing that's selling it. It is you as a business owner. It's how you portray yourself. It's how you respond to requests. It's how you fulfill the promises that you make. So be really careful in what you promise. And if you know you're not going to follow up with an email, or you're not going to respond, don't drag that person up. Just say, sorry, this is not right for me at the moment. Thank you very much. I won't be responding again. People will much prefer to have that directness, that they know exactly where they stand, than be made to feel there's always a chance and investing their time and effort to maintain something when in reality nothing's going to come out of it. And you can leave a really bad taste in somebody's mouth that could cost you a significant business opportunity in the future. So I'd like you to be thinking about your day tomorrow. And as you go about your day, be it you going to a supermarket and you seeing a cashier or a petrol station, whatever it is, look at that person as a potential customer and see how that might change or impact how you deal with that situation or how you greet that person. Because I think you'll be surprised about the knock-on impact it has, not only in your business, but in your life. I think you'll start getting into a slightly different conversation. And I was doing some work with a client today, and they were talking around sales. And it was in the financial services industry. And they were talking about people feeling most comfortable selling to an age group which is 6 years below you or 6 years above you. That was where everyone feels the most comfortable. And again, we all know if we look in our social circles, we surround ourselves with people from similar backgrounds, similar outlooks, and it can become quite stale. But the great thing about the society we live in is we have the opportunities to engage with the multiple different people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different socio-economic outputs, views on the world. And it can really broaden our horizon. So tomorrow, as you engage, just engage with somebody as a potential customer. Maybe they're not your perfect avatar. Maybe they're not someone who can currently, as we stand today, afford your product or doesn't even think about utilizing your product. But you do not know what that network is that person has. You do not know what that person's aspiring to be in the future. And imagine if you leave that person with such an amazing impression of you and your brand. At some time when they do come to purchase or engage with your product type, they will remember you, they'll remember your brand, and they'll remember the way that you made them feel. And again, there's a great story, and I've completely forgotten who are the two prime ministers that this story is about, but they always say there's one prime minister who, when you finished engaging with them, made you realise that they were the most intelligent person in the world, and another prime minister who made you feel that you were the most intelligent person in the world. And that's the art of being a business owner. The art of being a business owner is making those people around truly feel something that is an affiliation to your brand. It's an affiliation to your product that makes them want to sing about your product. The more you can get advocates to your brand, to your product, the greater sales you're going to have, because instead of you directing sales down one channel, you have multiple channels. And imagine having sales channels that you don't even know exist. How cool would that be when you're getting sales, when you're going, how did you hear about us? I heard through this, and you're going, jeepers, that's 5 steps removed from where my funnels are. Imagine if you can build sales where you're having sales generated from 5 steps removed from a funnel. So I'd like you to think tomorrow, go and have a conversation, engage with somebody outside your normal social network and look at them as a potential future customer. Treat them as a future customer, and then see not only what that does to that individual, but how it makes you see and act for the rest of the day. So that, I would like to wish you a phenomenal evening, day. I hope you achieved everything you wanted to achieve. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we're nearly halfway through the week, so you should be flying through your important tasks, hitting your weekly targets that you want to do by, imagine if you hit your weekly targets by tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday you can shoot the lights out. There are 10 Mondays left till Christmas, sales targets to meet, revenue targets to meet, profitability targets to meet. So I wish you all the best, and I will look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Depending on Jet Lag Boy, you may have a little bit of banter. If he comes back with an American accent, I look forward to abusing him tomorrow. But have an awesome evening. Bye-bye.